I love Pokemon. From when I could read, from when I could write, Pokemon was in my hand. When Gold and Silver came out and my uncles had copies of it, I used to start new games on their devices just so I could play it and never save it. I've played the start of Gold and Silver numerous times, multiple times, too much times. I've picked the Cyndaquil and evolved it to Quilava and never seen a Typhlosion a lot. When I was a kid, playing Pokemon, it was sick. I loved it. And since then, I've played Pokemon. Every single Pokemon game I have owned. I'm a huge Pokemon fan. I'm not going to say I'm the most knowledgeable or know everything and all the lore, but I love Pokemon. I know a lot about it. It's part of my life at this point. You know, I'm 27 years old and I'm still making Pokemon videos. You know, this is where I'm at. Competitive Pokemon it just never clicked with me. I have gave it multiple tries. I remember back in the Black and White days, when Black and White was about, and I was like, I want to battle people online. I am amazing at Pokemon. I've championed in 5 different regions. I've got this. And I remember I had a Zapdos, an Articuno, and Moltres, and I was like, perfect team. What more could you want? 3 legendary birds, 3 different typing? Easy. I got slapped about. These were just run-of-the-mill Zapdos, Articuno, Moltres, and I got slapped about. I'm like, this is weird. I don't understand what's happening here. These are legendary Pokemon. I'm being taken out by Hydreigons and, you know, Pokemon that they're good, but I always had legendaries up here. But I was like, this is weird. The competitive Pokemon, I don't get it. Okay, you know, give it. That was it. X and Y came around. They introduced Super Training, and this is when I really learned about EVs and IVs and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, there's more. There's a lot more to this, and maybe that's why it wasn't working out. So I tried Super Training. I bred a good few Pokemon. Obviously nothing compared to what most people would breed a Pokemon, but it was a lot. And I remember I built the team on Showdown, bred it on X and Y, and I was like, perfect. And I just couldn't. People were just beating me, and I was like, I need better team. I'm stuck with this 6 because I don't want to breed another 6 and train another 6. It's too much. It's honestly too much. I didn't enjoy that process, and people do enjoy that process. Clearly people enjoy that process. People were playing these games back then. It had a huge competitive scene. It just wasn't for me. I tried watching it, couldn't really understand what was going on. It was hard for me to really get into it, you know. So Pokemon Champions, you know, it's taken me about a minute to get here. Pokemon Champions, I really like at the minute. It has such a low barrier for entry, and it's perfect. It's so perfect. I am having such a ball with it. It's been a week since it came out, and at the very start, the first day, it was rough. You know, there was a lot of bugs, people complaining. I woke up, seen Twitter, and was like, that's frustrating. I was really excited for that game. But you know what? Still downloaded, give it a go, and I started seeing more people be a bit more positive about it and speaking about it. And there's obviously there's issues with the game. The issues mainly for a lot of people are how limited the Pokemon are that are in it. You know, you're kind of stuck with who's there, and I'm sure people would love like Metagross and the legendaries. There's no legendaries at all in this game, which I'm kind of glad about, but we'll get to that. But this game is so digestible. And that's my main thing with this game. It is so digestible. I feel like I can jump on, play it. I don't know everything. You know, there's some items and stuff like that and moves, and I'll see Pokemon do something or like line up moves, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on here. I haven't even touched double battles. Double battles seem like a different beast to me. I don't want to touch it. I will touch it eventually. Single battles, I'm having so much fun with. You know, you get a good wee starter team. I remember it was a week ago. One of my first Pokemon I was able to pick it wasn't a really great pick, and I seen Empoleon, and I'm like, I like Empoleon. I pick Empoleon. Empoleon has Substitute. I'm like, okay, Substitute, I can see the benefits in a Substitute. I would never ever use moves when I play through the games that don't hit. I wouldn't use a Calm Mind. See, Calm Mind and Swords Dance, more recently I have been. But there's moves like Substitute and stuff I wouldn't bother with. I'm just, in my head I'm like, I'll just hit you and drop your damage and make you faint, and then I win. I don't need to dance around it. Obviously in competitive it's completely different. You have to be doing that. But I got this Empoleon, Leftovers, Substitute, and I'm like, this is crazy. It's so such surface level stuff. There's probably people watching this who are seasoned competitive battlers and are thinking, this guy does not know what he's talking about. He actually has not cracked the surface of competitive Pokemon, which is completely true. The surface is not cracked. The surface is, you're looking at the surface thinking, I can maybe crack that surface, and I think I may crack that surface because I'm having a lot of fun with the game, and people are a bit more positive about it now. Obviously, the main issues are the main issues. There was bugs. Seems like they fixed them. I was more concerned about how it's free to play. How are they going to take money out of our pockets? I have not dropped a penny on this game. This game is completely... Sorry, tell a lie. I bought the starter pack. The starter pack was £5. I'll throw £5 towards it, you know. I did the starter pack. I don't even really know what I got from the starter pack because the game gives you VP when you do ranked battles. And VP is the currency in the game. That is how you can do stuff. That's how you can customize your character. That's how you buy items. And what else? What else can you do VP? It's like training and stuff like that. You're training your Pokemon. But also you get tickets. And those tickets are able to make you don't have to use the VP, which is very handy. And I almost made a huge mistake at the start when I didn't realise about it. But the game's great. You know, it plays well for me. It's very easy to just jump on, have a few battles, jump off. You know, there's no like you have to wait about. You have to commit an hour to your day. See, when this comes out in mobile, in my job, I work in an office. There's a lot of time where you're not really doing anything. This game might be dangerous for me when it comes to mobile because it'll be so easy just to kind of throw together a wee team and do a few battles, climb the ladder, do casual battles. Imagine I could say to one of my friends here, download Pokemon. We'll have a few battles. This game is, I think it's nowhere near the potential it can, and I hope it will have, because it seems like Pokemon want this to be the competitive game. There's not going to be a Pokemon Champions 2. Winds and Wave when it comes out, probably. We don't even know what way that game's going to work, but if they've got Pokemon Champions, what reason would they have for online battles and Winds and Wave? You know, like, unless it's a different system, similar to Legends ZA. So this is Pokemon's going forward, and I like that they've made the barrier for entry so low, because if they just released this like Showdown, it would be so much. It would be so much for me. And this is someone who's played the games. I can name you about 90% of the Pokemon from looking at them. There's obviously some I'm going to miss, but 95. We'll say 95% I can name, but it's not I don't know. Definitely not 100%. There's a few that'll get me, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Competitive Pokemon's a lot. It's 20 years of building up, you know. So it's obviously going to have layers to it. So the fact they haven't gave us all the items, which is, I'm looking at all the items and I can't even think from looking at them what's missing. But everyone keeps saying there's items missing, so I'll take their word for it. The items are missing. Not every Pokemon is there, which is, I can understand. You know, if your favourite's not there, or who you love to play competitive with isn't there, it's frustrating. I can completely understand that. But they will eventually be there. I'd be very surprised if they just decided, you know what, Metagross, never going to be in Champions. You know, Groudon, Kyogre, never going to be in Champions. They will come eventually, and which will be good, because the meta right now is Incineroar, Mega Dragonite, who am I forgetting? Mega Frostlass. I'm using Mega Frostlass at the minute. Mega Frostlass is brilliant. I could go on a tangent about how there's Pokemon who I've never used before. Like, a Mega Frostlass is obviously a brand new Legends ZA Pokemon, but you don't really get to try it in Legends ZA. You know, you can, but you want to try it in a battle. And this is obviously the first time we've got to do this, and so perfect. Really enjoying I really want to see some of the new Megas. I seen Mega Crab Brawler for the first time playing this, and I'm thinking, I beat Legends ZA. Haven't beat the DLC. The DLC I can't bring myself to at the moment. I will eventually, but Mega Crab Brawler must have been there, because I seen him. Mega Crab Brawler's reacting to the Omni Ring, and I'm like, he can Mega Evolve? What? So that was a crazy one. I'm like, what's he turned into? I don't know what to hit him with here. And obviously it tells you what's super effective and all, which is great. I haven't seen anyone complain about how it tells you what's super effective, or if it's 4 times effective, it'll say it's extremely effective. That's so handy, you know. It takes, I want to say it takes the thinking out, but it's a bit of info that you just kind of don't really need to have offhand. Not everyone's going to know offhand, you know, what's effective, especially for types where they're 2 different types. You don't know what's going to hit them. So Yeah, it's perfect. So I can understand people's issues with Pokemon Champions, but I just wanted. It's been a week. I'm really enjoying it. I want to know what everyone else is thinking. So let me know in the comments what you're thinking of Pokemon Champions. This was a bit of a random video, which is a bit of a tangent. You know, it's been a week out. I've seen a few people talking because it has been a week, and some people are negative about it, but I feel like it's more positive. You know, I think more people are enjoying this game. But let me know in the comments what you think, and subscribe for more. And goodbye.